Warning: this podcast has adult content, foul language, alcohol use, and sexual content not suitable for children. This is the Tales of a Small Town Bartender podcast for entertainment purposes only. Never attempt reenactments. This is the Tales of a Small Town Bartender, and I'm your host, Tony, and we have our extra special guest, Michael.
Hi, guys.
And Jen will be chiming in, hopefully. She was trying to get in. I think she was trying to get in. Somebody was trying to get in. I hope it was her. Hopefully she comes in and says hi to us and joins the combo. Today, we have a very special episode because Michael is going to talk about Vegas.
Dangerous. What happens in Vegas does not stay in Vegas. That's all I got to say.
It does not stay in Vegas?
If you
say it does.
No. If you catch the clap, you're bringing it home with you.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
And all the money you pulled out of your bank account does not go back in after you lose it.
That is a true story.
Yeah, exactly. So, yeah. But, all right. So I'm being put in the hot chair today. And Tony's...
You are.
Yeah, and I'm okay with that. But listen, I just want to let everybody know that, it's, first of all, it's Pride Month at the very end. So tomorrow's the last. So for the LGBT community, just want to say, you go, girl, and you go, boy, or whatever you are, you just go. And Tony's a big supporter of the LGBT community. She's got some She's got some in her family, and she's definitely got a lot of friends. So I just want to say thank you to everybody that's supported the community, and especially what's going on with Roe versus Wade and all that nonsense. So that's it. That's all I'm saying. That's my piece. Hi, guys.
You're not leaving. You got to talk about Vegas.
I said, hi, guys. Hi, guys. So let's go.
Oh, hi, guys.
With that said, let's go, girl.
Let's go. So I've never worked in Vegas, so this episode's all Michael. Let them know why you were working in Vegas, first of all.
So I originally moved to Vegas when I was 18, and I was there for an externship with the Culinary Institute of America, and I flew out to do what they call a stage. I had to work for free in a restaurant. And so I flew out by myself, which I've flown by myself before, like even since I was like 12 years old, not a problem. But this is pre 9/11, mind you. But I didn't have any, what do they call it? Like you put it under, like I didn't have any checked luggage. It was just a backpack. But I had my knife kit.
Carry on.
Yeah, I did no checked luggage, just a carry on. But I had my knife kit. So I go through security, and they see like 13 knives. They're like, what the fuck? I didn't even realize you're not supposed to fly in a plane with knives.
No, you're not. Yeah, they let you on?
Yeah, no, they had like a container like inside the fuselage where they could lock up, like people could, back in the day you could have a gun on you, but they had to lock it up.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so that was really funny that I got stopped by security and everything like that. But anyway,
for chef knives.
Out in Vegas, so I go out there, I come back to school, I graduate, I go back out to Vegas, but I had to drive out this time. So my stepfather and I drive out, and it takes 27 hours. We did it in like 23. I was doing 112 in Nebraska, where they said like there's no speed limit. So we get to Vegas like 2 days earlier than my mother planned us to, but she gave us an envelope of cash to spend on hotels and stuff. So we had like spending gambling, and my stepfather and I would go to this restaurant, and I order a margarita, and I'm of course only 19, and so of course as I get up, or I turn my head, he threw my cocktail over the bush, but right next to the bush is a lazy river right past it, and he threw my margarita on some girl.
Oh my god.
I'm telling you cannot make this shit up. So anyway,
they have a lazy river in Vegas.
Yeah,
I've never been to Vegas.
The Mandalay Bay Hotel, the lazy river goes around it, and I ended up working at this restaurant that I was eating at later on, and the wave pool, they turned the wave pool they turned the waves off. They built a stage in the middle, and then so all the concert goers stand in the wave pool, and Yeah, so like Duran, I saw the B-52s, was it Depeche Mode, all these like one hit wonders, like, they couldn't sell at a stadium, but they could sell at one night in Vegas.
Right.
Yeah. So anyhow, so going back to Vegas, bartending in Vegas, oh, that's dangerous. I mean, I learned a lot. You learn a lot about people and just, I mean, the things I've seen. Everybody, all the girls, sugar drinks, but then ecstasy came in. I guess into the realm, and everyone just want bottled water. We were selling bottles of water for $20.
No way.
Yeah, because everyone's high on ecstasy. That's all they want. We at one club I worked at, we had there was like an area that they had bunk beds, and the bouncers were like, it'd be okay to get down. Like, can we use the F word? I think we fucking can. So,
Yes.
So people want to fuck because, of course, they're high on E, and they got the good vibrations going on, if you know what I'm saying. So they want like the bouncers would like let people fuck for like $100, but
Oh my God.
you had to have protection, and they would sell condoms for $1,000.
No way.
Tony, $100 for a menthol cigarette, one single cigarette. We're talking pre 9/11. Clinton was still in office. The economy was amazing. The DJs were great. Paul Oakenfold was still up and rising. He wasn't even out yet. Like, yeah, stupid crazy. I mean, people would fly in from LA just to go to a club for one night. Yeah. So,
people would just have sex right in front of other people like that.
I said ecstasy in the 90s.
Okay.
Did I mention it was in Vegas?
I don't know. It just seems awful. I don't know.
Yeah. So after getting out of the club, we would all we were working, and they would like raise the lights, and we'd there'd be the guys sweeping up the floor, but we'd find all the vials of coke and the e-pills, but we'd scrape all the banquettes, and that's when we would find all the poker chips. Because we're like, in Vegas, you go out, you dress up nice. So all the guys are wearing slacks or suits, even though they're going clubbing, everyone's still dressed up, especially if you're going to be in a VIP, you dress the way it is. So when you're wearing a pair of slacks, though, and you're all laid back because you're probably getting a BJ from the girl next to you, like your poker chips fall under the banquette. So we'd scrape the banquette, and we'd find more like ecstasy, cocaine, money, bills, everything. So we would put it on a table, and we would literally have a pile of drugs and cash on a table. And then we'd go to a strip club called, am I allowed to say the name of it?
Yeah, I guess.
Has anybody seen the movie Showgirls? Can I get a raise of hands? To all our gays out there, have we ever seen the movie Showgirls?
Showgirls.
Oh, God. So, yeah. So, we go to the Cheetah, and I actually had a hard card, like a credit card with my name on it, so I'd have to wait online, and every girl I brought in, I'd get credit for. This also happened at another nightclub as well.
What do you mean you get credit for?
Like, for every girl I brought in, I'd get a free drink.
Ah.
Right. So it just racked up. And of course, all the strippers, we would sell the drugs that we found at the club too. So we made so much fucking money. It was ridiculous. They loved to see.
Holy crap.
That was our after hours, and then there's the after hours, and just insane. But there were restaurants that are literally open 24. Every casino has to have a restaurant open, but they're all the servers are the bartenders. Just like they see us come in and they're like, oh shit, because like we're gonna come and spend like a lot of money and like eat so much.
So the servers make their own drinks for the people? You take an order and you make your own drinks?
Those are called coffee shops. Every casino has to have one. If they're a casino, you have to be able to serve food 24/7. So every hotel has to have they're not like diners, but essentially they're diners.
Okay.
So the Hard Rocks was called Mr. Lucky's, and we go there and we'd hang out till like 11 in the morning. But that's when they opened up the pool. And at the Hard Rock, if you had a hotel room, you had access to the pool. Well, if you were in the know, you could get in. Like if you were a club promoter or a bartender, if you were basically a stripper, basically if you were a hot person, you could get in. And later on, there was a show on TV called Rehab, and that was based on what we did. We started that. I mean, there were like chicks swimming with their like family in the pool, and meanwhile the husband's in the cabana sucking my cock like crazy. Like it's just Tony, you can't not make this up. Funny?
Oh my
I I'm
God.
telling you, it was insane. Oh
I
yeah,
guess I guess there's a reason I've never been to Vegas.
because Jerry would never want you to come back, or he'd never want to leave. One of the other.
I've
uh,
always wanted to go.
oh no,
It's one of those places you always want to go.
I think it's something that is definitely has to be done once in a lifetime. But it's every year it becomes much more like a Disney World. So let's get back to the crazy tales of bartending in Vegas. So like not even
Yes.
bartending, just being a patron. Sometimes less is more. Oh my God, Tony, I should take my own advice, right?
Absolutely.
Exactly. But sometimes it's like just going out in Vegas and just sitting and listening. But as a bartender, if you just like close your like
Oh,
mouth for a
I
minute
could imagine.
and
I could just imagine.
dude, I listened to a guy tell this fucking hooker, baby, I will make you so happy. I will leave my wife for you. My kids will love you. I
I
mean,
think I
uh,
think Jen chimed in for a second and she's gone again.
oh my gosh. All right. Well,
That's all right. Keep talking.
yep. So yeah, but you hear all these then I also heard about like people putting out hits on other people. Yeah.
You've heard about that?
Yeah.
Holy shit. They like say it right in front of a bartender? Like what the
But
hell's the matter with them?
people don't realize that bartenders can hear like a mile away. If someone's like, "I'll have another," even though you're making 5 other drinks, you heard it, right, Tony?
Yeah, that's
So,
true.
so these like, as a bartender, you've got obviously to have like this little Elvier so you can hear like a mile away. But you basically you do that. Oh, I've heard some crazy ass shit. So, and one of my favorites was at the Peppermill Lounge, and the Peppermill is a little diner right on the strip, but in the back, it's called oh gosh, the something lounge, but the Fireside Lounge at the Peppermill, and it's where Sharon Stone, and Robert De Niro filmed during Casino, and they have an indoor fire pit that's like a hot tub with flames coming out of it. But there's
Hot
always
tub
like,
with flames coming out of it.
yes, it's a bubbling hot tub, flames coming out of it. You can sit around it, but then there's all these little alcoves that you can like hide in, and things that you can do in those alcoves.
Oh, I wonder.
Oh yeah, but when you see the guy with a feather in his hat with his snakeskin shoes, and all the girls walking in with their money to give back to him, like literally watching the pimping go down. Like,
Well, it's legal there, right?
well, no, not pimping. Pimping's not legal anywhere. And no,
But prostitution is, right?
not in Clark County. Outside of Clark County, it is. That's why you have to drive outside of Clark to go to the Bunny Ranch. The Bunny Ranch, everyone's heard of. Right?
Yes.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
I'm sure.
that's outside of Clark County. So if you watch CSI, you know the Bunny Ranch. So, that's another one. I waited on Jerry Bruckheimer and what's her name, the redhead, Mark Heldenberg, while they were filming. That's just like so much, Tony. And then like the dive bars off the strip. I mean, there was one dive bar, and the bartender, I swear to God, he was like an actor trying to be like make it big on stage, but that was just like side job. And he would do all these like gay impressions. Like he would play the Bee Gees all the time in the jukebox. Oh yeah. Yep. So John. So anyway. So all right, give me another question. Aside from the other bartending crazy shit, how about going up the stratosphere in the middle of a windstorm and being a bartender at the top of a tower that sways 15 feet in each direction? And
It sways 15 feet in each direction.
yeah, the building is so tall. I don't know about, okay, maybe I exaggerated. Maybe 5 feet in each direction, but it's meant to do that, you know?
Right. So it
But
doesn't snap.
but when it is doing that, the elevators don't run because the elevators can't run a shaft that's swinging.
Oh.
I mean, my shaft is always swinging, especially for you. Oh,
God.
So, but can you imagine pouring drinks, and as you're pouring, like your glass is sliding across the bar back and
Oh, wow.
forth? Oh, I mean, I never worked up there, but I've been a customer. I could not imagine what it would be like.
Yeah. That is crazy. So, what was your favorite place to go?
Oh, wow. Okay. Okay. Well, there's two different genres. Okay. So when I was, okay, everyone needs to know that I came out of the closet when I was in Vegas, but I was still in the closet. Family, my roommate knew, and my friends from college knew that I went to school with, because obviously it was like my new life. I just like, when I went to Vegas, yeah, like, but to my family, whatever. So I was working at this restaurant, Border Grill, at a different location, not the one at Mandalay Bay. And I went to this gay bar called Cobalt. And
Oh, you cut out there. I didn't
oh,
hear the name.
oh, did you hear? All right. What? All right. So, you guys, so I move out to Vegas. I go to this gay bar called Cobalt, and I meet one of my co. Well, I, in my entire life, had no idea. Like, whatever. I fooled around and with, dabble with some drugs and this and that, but I thought I was doing a line of coke. Well, I did crystal meth.
You didn't know? You thought it was Coke.
I thought it was really shitty coke because it burned the crap out of my nose. Well, I was in bad stuff. I was like up for like 15 hours, but then we walked over to, there's another bar called the Green Room. I don't even know if it's even open anymore. But Tony, ready for this?
Yeah.
A swingers club.
Oh.
And Did
you know before you went?
I was so fucking high, I didn't care.
Oh my God.
But I knew a girl that my roommate's fraternity brother was dating. She was bartending there. And I walk in, but she's wearing no clothes. And I'm like, oh my God.
She's just walking around naked.
Yeah, the bartender. Yeah. Well, no, yeah, that's what. But, yep.
Okay.
I know, crazy shit. So favorite places to go would have been a little place called the Buffalo Lounge. And everyone's heard, well, if you know Vegas, it's called the Fruit Loop. And there was a club there called the Gypsy. It was on Bar Rescue because it went to shit. Because corporate America took over, and all the major hotels have like gay nights at their clubs. So like, because all the mafia runs. For anyone out there who doesn't know this, Vegas would not be in existence if it weren't for the mafia. And more important, the mafia borrowed the money from the Mormon Church.
The Mormon Church, not even the Catholic Church.
the Utah, the Mormon Church, they borrowed money. Oh yeah, and if people think that the mob does not exist, it still does. So, like, to get a liquor license, Tony, like I think I told you this in private before, but maybe actually one of our little sidecasts, so the regular listeners that subscribe can listen to our side chat. Oh, and by the way, tell people that, please. If you guys want to listen and you like our stuff, like, subscribe. It's not expensive, but you can hear the banter that we talk about out off the air, if you will,
behind the scenes.
Yeah, and some of it's a little bit maybe too behind the scenes. So.
Yeah, so we have a Patreon page. It's www.patreon.com/Tales of a Small Town Bartender, and you can subscribe.
Yep.
You get bonus content.
Yep, and possible invites to parties, and you could possibly also become a guest on the show. So, right?
Well, you don't have to subscribe to become a guest.
Okay. So anyhow, so the mafia still runs a lot of Vegas. Like, they run the liquor authority, so you can't get a liquor license without right. So, but the mafia also owns Pepsi. So if you want to serve Coca-Cola, well, guess what? It might take you a couple of years to get your liquor license. But hey, if you want to serve Pepsi, you'll get it in 2 weeks.
That's insane.
I know.
That is insane. I can't even believe that.
I know. I oh my God, I cannot believe I'm going to tell you this story. No, this is going to be for the insiders only. This story is going to be kept. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're keeping one of the stories?
Yep, it has to do with me doing some pretty naughty things.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Well, then move on to a different story.
Well, all right. Listen.
That's for the free listeners.
Vegas. Let's just talk about it. All right. So listen, this like gay guy, like, just came out of the closet. Love going out shopping, wearing Dolce, Gucci, Fendi, because I was making so much money. And you just run into these, like, I'm a bartender. I took him back to my house one night, and he brought like 15 of his girlfriends with him, and they called all their girlfriends with him. And it's like we had to take 5-gallon buckets of water out of our hot tub so people could fit in it without it overflowing.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah, I was super ridiculous. So, but yeah, again, there's nothing like that. And I was only there. I mean, I only bartended for a small amount of time, but I worked in restaurants all the time. So I know the stories the bartenders would tell because half of the time I wasn't old enough. You have to be 21 to do anything in Vegas. So
Right.
once I did turn 21, then I was working in nightclubs, and that's when I was promoting. And of course, that's when the whole Jenna Jameson story comes into effect, where I was like, the VIP and all that stuff. So
you turned 21 in Vegas.
I know. Actually, the fucked up part is I had the best fake ID, and I never got carded. And then, of course, when I was 21, I had to use my real ID. They're like, "What the fuck?" And I'm like, "Yeah, you're an idiot." Well, back then, a fake ID was literally like a Polaroid with a laminate over top of it. It was not even.
Yeah, they were crappy.
No, but even the real state IDs were that way.
Yeah, that is true. That's true.
Up until the late 70s, New York State, but Middle America, I mean, yeah, New York still has one of the toughest IDs to what do you want to say, copy or whatever, fake ID,
replicate.
So yeah, so that was like, I mean, just
how long were you in Vegas?
Well, I want to say 3.5 years. So,
3.5 years.
No, years.
Years. That's what I said. 3.5 years.
I mean, but we're not even talking about my other jobs. I mean, I worked for the MGM Grand Garden Arena where I did all the catering. I told you about Britney Spears and all that crap.
Yeah.
She was amazing, by the way. Just so all you gay guys listening, I may have gotten a little I don't want to say turned on, but she had a body back in the day.
Well, let me tell all you listeners that Mike is a boob guy, even though he's gay. He still likes boobies.
Listen, I tell people I don't ride the bus, but I love the big head.
I will never forget that time where I used to smoke, and you can't smoke in the bars in New York. So we were outside smoking, and Michael grabbed my boobs, and I said, "What the hell?" And he said, "It's okay, I'm gay."
Oh my God! When I first met you.
Yeah.
I think Jen wanted to beat me. Somebody wanted to kick the shit out of me. Wasn't your husband?
No, I don't think Jen was there.
Yeah, there was one time.
It was Richie. Richie was there. Richie gave you attitude after that.
Oh yeah.
It's okay, I'm gay. I was like, what the hell?
And by the way, you guys, just everyone out there listening, Tony takes very well care of herself, but yep, sure, she's let her boobs go. They are definitely they've gained some weight, and she let them go.
Oh God.
Tatas are.
But you just don't grab somebody's boobs, even if you're gay. It doesn't matter.
No,
you just don't do that.
Well, that was me back when I was probably drunk and high, so that's what it is.
Yeah, you probably were.
Well, at least I didn't grab John's ass.
I'm sure you have.
Probably. Anyhow,
I'm pretty sure you have.
Getting back to stupid Vegas stories, there really isn't that much more I can tell you, except for when I went to jail.
In Vegas?
Yeah, 9 days awake.
Okay, yeah, tell me that story.
Come on, you're killing me.
I want to hear it.
Dude, okay. So
why did you get arrested?
Well, I was 9 days awake, and my ex that I was living with.
There's Jen. You there, Jen? Jen, I hear you.
Wait,
Jen? Nope, she's gone again.
Okay.
She came in for a second.
9 days awake, I get arrested because my boyfriend at the time comes home and he's all fucking.
Did you say out. 9 days awake?
Yeah, crystal meth. Didn't sleep 9 days.
So you're lucky to be alive.
I know. That's why. Everyone's like, "Why did you leave Vegas?" I said, "I choose life over death." So anyhow, he comes up and he comes after me, and I pick up a glass ashtray and I try to crack him over the head with it. Well, the neighbors call the police, and so the police get there, and of course, whoever throws the first punch, even though it might be self-defense, doesn't matter, because in Vegas there's a lot of domestic violence. people like putting guns to their kids' heads to give their wives to give them money so they can go gamble. Like it's really sad. So
Wow.
I'm in jail. And I wake up and I'm like, yeah, I'm not going to eat that food. So then I'm wearing this outfit. I mean, I obviously put it on. I must have been blacked out. So I must put on these like washable sandals and this like orange jumpsuit. Well, of course, it was way too baggy on me. Well, stupid skinny, like Tony, if you think I'm gay now, I was like gay on steroids. Like I was farting rainbows. Okay. And so I
Orange is not your color, honey.
well, back then I was tan. It looked great. It was almost complimentary. I wasn't like Trump tan, but it was bad enough. So I rolled up my pants. Remember how in the 90s, Tony, that we would like take our jeans, cuff them, and then like roll them over and then cuff them again?
Yep.
To do like the ankle like tuck.
Yeah.
Well, I did that in jail.
Of course you did. Of course you did.
I did it with the arms and everything.
Did you roll up the sleeves too?
Girl, please, I had to show the guns. Come on now. Listen, if you're gonna be in jail, you better be in jail. So it's like I was there. Like I honestly, it was like I don't know. It was like the most fun and unmemorable experience because I really wish I had like a story to tell about.
Did you say it was fun?
No, I wish it was more fun.
Oh.
Yeah, because everybody's in jail. Like the drunk tank in Vegas, Tony.
Oh,
The drunk tank in Vegas is about the size of Gen Pop at Justice County Jail. You think that's funny? I'm not lying. Like,
oh, I'm sure.
Oh yeah. So, and of course, if you get in a fight with a girl, it's an automatic 48-hour stay. And if they don't have enough room in the drunk tank for you, then you get admitted. So that's why I got admitted. At least I had a bed to stay on. I mean, I don't even, like I said, I don't even remember it. I remember the guy in the bunk below me was a trucker. Yeah, he said something about being into like, truck stop guys. I'm like, oh God. So, all right, anyhow, enough of that. So back to Vegas. So like late night when you get off work, where do bartenders go?
Yeah.
You go to after hours. And then but after hours, that's when you party. It's your time to party. But sometimes like the regular like tourists are like partying like hard. They like come from LA and they're like there for like they go out at 11 o'clock. So for them, after hours starts at let's say 2:30, 4 o'clock in the morning. So you go to after hours and it's usually in a very like, you have to know someone to get in or this, that. And then the tourists pay top dollar. Like they'll pay $100 just to get in for 30 minutes. So there's after hours, and that's when like the serious clubbers go out. And when I say it like Tony bad, like people crawling on the floor and the bartenders can barely pour a drink because everyone's just so up. I don't know. I haven't been back in 20 years and I won't go. You want to know why?
Why?
Because I've gained too much weight and there's not a 5-point harness that will fit around.
Stop it.
No, no, seriously, Tony, I would have to have one of those rubber ball gags and a 5-point harness. And I think the only person I would trust to hold the leash would be a nun.
You wouldn't trust me?
No, I can manipulate you.
Oh,
no, in a heartbeat. I'd be like, Tony, the guys in here are so hot. And we'd totally go to a strip bar and be only girls. But you would have. Let me just tell you, those girls that work in Vegas, stripping everywhere else in the country, you're like that. You're just selling yourselves. In Vegas, stripping is an art. Those girls, I mean, they go to the gym every fucking day.
Let me tell you something.
Go ahead.
My husband brought home a stripper pole yesterday. Swear to God.
Hold on. Wait a minute. Can we video chat this? Like, what?
I swear to God.
You guys that don't know Tony's husband, Jerry, has got the most sick sense of humor. Also super gay friendly, but like totally just like of course, but makes the fun out of me. Like he's like, he sees me like, hey girl, like he's like, oh my god, he's a piece of work. This guy, he brought you home.
I swear to God.
But I
I got a
guarantee,
text
but
message
no,
saying,
I guarantee you, he'll be the first one to get on it.
oh yeah, I'm not getting on it. He sent me a text message that said I wasn't prepared for this, and I didn't know what he was talking about because he sent a picture but it didn't come through. And he said picture coming, so I never got the picture. So I told him to send it over Messenger, so he sent it over Messenger, and I said, "Is that a stripper pole?" And he's like, he does hardwood floors. And he said, "Yep, they're demoing this house and they're getting rid of it. Do you want it?" I was like, "No."
I would be like, hell yeah. Dude, what a great conversation piece.
He brought it home. It's in the truck right now.
The bachelorette parties, you can throw your house.
Yeah, no.
I'll come over.
Freaking stripper pole.
And again, that's a story for those that subscribe, because that's definitely a private conversation. If you guys can put your two sentences together, you can obviously tell what the story is going to be about. Obviously, me involving a stripper pole. Well, so.
Well, he posted on Facebook and asked if anybody wanted it.
God.
So, people had to comment on it saying, how many times did you fall off it? And,
How many bruises are on your thighs?
Yeah, right? Oh, my God. First thing I said when he told me it was in the truck, I was like, ew, did you clean it?
Oh, my God. Did he lick it dry? Ew. Wait, was the pole moist?
Oh, God.
I'm dead. I love all the listeners that love to listen to us do this, because it's doing nothing but it's fun for us, and we hope it's fun for you. But all right, so Tony, let's go on. One more Las Vegas question.
Oh, well, I was going to ask you if you would ever go back, and you apparently already answered that one.
I mean, I would love to. I'm scared to. I mean, when I got on that plane, you guys have no idea. I smoked a bowl of meth in the bathroom on the plane. And I got so fucking high that I don't even remember flying over. And I slept for 14 days in a row, and I quit cold turkey. I mean, a lot of people can't get off that drug. It's a very hard drug to get off of. And I just, I said I wanted no more to do with that shit. So,
Well, that is good.
Yeah, I'm very proud about that. Yeah. But I mean, the Vegas stories, I mean, God, there's so many, Tony. All right, so
there was one more question. Has anybody ever tipped you with anything other than cash in Vegas?
Tony, come on.
Well, they want to hear it. Come on.
Yeah. But more importantly, I actually got tipped with cash. Well, I wasn't expecting to. I was sitting.
I remember that. I remember that story. Go ahead, tell that one.
I got to work and I was late, and I would just go around and play quarter slots. And I was at the Stratosphere Hotel at the very back end by the buffet, and there's a small bar, but the bartender was cute, so I would go and kind of I knew he was straight, but I just I thought it was cute, so I'd go there late night and
because Mike likes to look at pretty things.
Of course. Boobies and shiny things, yes.
Yes.
Anything that sparkles, I'm good. So I just sits next to me. He's obviously there for a convention. He's wearing a suit, tie, whatever. Decent looking guy, probably a little bit older than I am. I'm only 24, 25 time. And he says, hey, would you consider going upstairs hanging out with me? And I'm like, it's kind of cute. Yeah, sure. I had no fucking idea. Okay. Till the next morning when I wake up and he's gone and there's $600 fucking on the bedstand.
That story cracks me up every time I hear it.
A fucking working girl for what?
You go, girl.
No, seriously. And he literally said the tab is still open. Order anything you want on I was like, I felt like fucking Roberts. I'm like, my pretty woman. I'm like, I'll take 3,000 for the week. I swear.
Oh, jeez.
Oh my God. I never felt so like, I don't know, like I didn't, for somebody who's not expecting, like not asking for it to get it, it's almost like a compliment. Like you think you did something good, but it's also very degrading. Like
Yeah.
they think you're a whore. It's
Yeah.
like, well, I mean, I thought to myself, like 600 must not, I must have been doing something right because 600 is not terrible. 600
I
for
don't know what's the going rate.
I ask Jen.
Ask Jen.
She
I
would,
don't know if she would know that.
and she doesn't want to get it. No, that's just funny. But yeah, so seriously, that's oh my God, awful.
That's pretty funny. Michael does have a lot of other Vegas stories, but apparently he doesn't want to tell them to you guys. So,
No. I have like 4 hours of them. That's the problem.
yeah. Well, he's keeping some of them for the private episodes, the
Kind of
bonus episodes.
almost like it's almost too much. It's like too much for the public, Like when you have like when somebody asks me like now, like these young girls that I work with, they're like, "What's your body count?" And I'm like, "What the fuck is the body count?" They're like, "How many guys have you like been with?" And I'm like, "Well, I lived in Vegas in the '90s." They're like, "What does that mean?" And I'm like, "Do you know what a bathhouse is?" And they're like, "No." And I'm like, I cannot explain it. Yeah, Vegas was a cesspool. Tony, to this day, and by the way, everybody out there who has not been tested, get tested, or please use PrEP. It's free. If you go to your doctor, you can get it. But Tony, back then, HIV, I swear to God, I had so much unprotected sex. When I got back home, and back in the day, it took 2 weeks to get your results.
Oh wow!
Longest 2 weeks of my entire life. So
I could imagine.
Yeah, straight and or gay. Everyone should be tested for HIV this day. So, yep. All right. Well, listen, Tony, I don't mean to like cut you short, but I don't mean to cut the episode short. If you got to finish off by yourself, you can. But I have got to get to sleep.
Okay.
You want to close out together, or you want to do by yourself?
We can close out together.
All right. Hey, listen, I'll start off. Thanks, guys, so much for listening because she's the best host, and I love chiming in with her, and I love how she like eggs me on to get all the deets because she definitely. I mean, there's things I would tell her that I wouldn't even tell. Well,
your mother.
Well, no, there's a lot of things I tell you I wouldn't.
Yeah, I know.
That Butters, my mother actually knows them all. So, because my
I
mom,
was gonna say your mom's not listening to this podcast, is
my
she?
mother, no, my mom had a pretty decent clue. She knows. Oh, trust me, she was the one who had to answer the phone call with the HIV results. So, oh yeah, and back then they couldn't tell your mothers. She's like, "Oh, it's Dr. So and So's office for you," and she said, she goes to Rick. She's like, "Well, you could tell me," and he goes, "Actually, no, I need to speak to Michael privately." And so she handed me the phone, like, oh, like I was scared, but apparently, of course, doctor patient, privilege, right?
Right.
But when it comes to HIV, that back in the day it was a very serious thing. I'm like, yo, bro, you seriously couldn't even told my mother I was negative? Like, you just freaked me the hell out. So, but ever since then, I've always been very, very safe. And, recently had been involved with a guy that was HIV positive, but was taking medication, and I take it too. So, again, to all you guys out there in the LGBT community listening, and we support all of you, and thank you for all your support with our, Tony's podcast, and please again tell all your friends. All right, I'm gonna let Tony go ahead and close it out. Okay.
Okay. At the end of the episode, I have the contact info on our website and everything, so that will come up after this. And thank you all for listening, and we will be chatting at you next week.
Yes. All right. Love you guys.
Love you guys.
Nighty night.
You can contact us in many ways. Email at talesofasmalltownbartender@gmail.com. Our website at www.talesofasmalltownbartender.com. Facebook.com/Tales of a Small Town Bartender. Instagram, Tales of a Small Town Bartender, TikTok, Tales of a Bartender, Twitter, at bartender_tales, and on our Patreon page, patreon.com/Tales of a Small Town Bartender.